Time to pull up the anchor again. Anchor's up! Woo! Okay, and we're off. Pulling out onto the Tombigbee. So we're on, I don't know, 70 something days, 75, 76, 77 days, something like that. We're just off the Tombigbee River in an Anchorage. This is where we spent the night last night. We're just north of Aberdeen, Mississippi. Within the next day or two, we'll be crossing into Alabama, and we should hit Mobile Bay within a week. We burned a little extra fuel yesterday, not exactly sure why. So we are putting a can of fuel in. So yeah, we're starting to see some different vegetation. For the past week we've been seeing more and more cypress trees. Yesterday we saw our first egret. All good signs of warm weather. I hope we start seeing a gator or two here soon. The snakes can stay away. I don't really care to see any of those, but it'd be fun to see a few alligators. Wow, there's some big logs in here. The water about 2 miles upriver just all of a sudden turned muddy. And you could see where big swirls of mud where it wasn't mixed in with the water yet. It looked kind of cool, but I'm not sure why that little phenomenon was happening right there. And it's been very muddy ever since. There's a lot of garbage through this part of the Tombigbee on both sides of the shore. There seems to be a lot of garbage, and we've been seeing this now for probably 2 to 3 miles. There's a lot of plastic bottles and packaging. So would look like the dryer or a wash machine or something like that on shore. Doesn't look that good. Up until this point, everything's been very clean. Even on the Mississippi, Tennessee, Ohio, and most of the Tombigbee's been very clean up until this point here. Not really sure why, but I don't know why that is. So yeah, it doesn't feel too bad out here today. Yesterday, it wasn't like, when we were in the marina, it wasn't too bad, and as soon as we got out onto the river, it felt like it dropped 10 degrees at least. It got really cold really fast. We were both chilled. By the time we hit this anchorage last night, we were both chilled right to the bones. It was very damp and cold yesterday. Today feels pretty good so far. It's time for lunch. Had 3 anchorages picked out. We just passed our first one, and we took a look at it. We like it so much we're turning around and go back in here and throw the hook down for the rest of the day and the night. The anchorage that we were shooting for was just on the top side of a dam, and took a good look at it, and it's just it's too open. There's a lot of roads and buildings right around there, and we'd rather be somewhat secluded and away from light pollution and traffic and that kind of stuff. So we turned around and we're gonna tuck back in there. That should be a good anchorage. So we're at our anchorage. It's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's beautiful out. Sun shining. It's got to be mid to upper 50s, and there's no wind, which makes it feel a little warmer. So we're going to offload the dinghy, and we're going to go do a little exploring.
to Rhapsody. Oh, that was almost a quick paddle.
So we're getting ready to take off from this anchorage. We're anchored off the Tombigbee, close to Columbus, Mississippi. This has been a really decent anchorage. We did a little exploring yesterday, which was fun. We got in a little early, got here about 2 o'clock, and it was pretty decent out. Sun was shining, it was fairly warm, so we offloaded the dinghy, packed a little snack, and we went and did some exploring, found some cool spots. We saw our first palm plant and our second egret yesterday. But yeah, we're getting ready now. I'm going to check the oil. I'm going to get this done and then we're going to head out. We are almost to the Alabama border. Halfway around this corner, we'll cross from Mississippi into Alabama. That's us. The red or the blue dot and the red line is Alabama Mississippi border. Alabama, Mississippi. Once again, we're in between two states. Mississippi on our starboard side, Alabama on our port side. Can you tell them apart? Now we're back in Mississippi. 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 It kind of does an S thing over the border for, I don't know, probably a couple miles or more. Now we're back in Alabama. This side of Alabama is prettier than this side of Alabama. Just short ways ahead of us is Alabama-Mississippi border. We'll cross for the last time and we'll be in Alabama and we won't come back into Mississippi. We are now fully in Alabama. Crossed the border for the last time. The next milestone will be Mobile Bay. And our anchorage isn't too far from here. We're going to anchor by Pickensville, Alabama tonight. The water's still really muddy. I don't know if it's that's normal or if it's from all the rain. So we are at the spot where we're jumping off the Tombigbee, and we're going to snake back into here for our anchorage. I think we're gonna go back a little ways. Looks like a cool spot. As long as the depth stays good. We're at 20 feet right now. We're gonna snake back here. Right now it's about 47 feet here. We're gonna cruise back here probably about 3/4 of a mile to a mile. And find a good spot to drop the hook. Preferably not in 40 feet of water. Look at how close to land we are, and it's now it's just over 50 feet here. So we picked out a spot. We're gonna nose her right up into this area here. Right now underneath us it's 40 plus feet, but up here it starts to climb, gets up to about 17 or so, and that's where we're going to drop the anchor. We'll have plenty of swing room should we swing, and some privacy. And we are right outside of Columbus, Alabama. first anchorage in Alabama. All right, cool.